Previously, on the last Pikmin playthrough, I managed to collect at least 5 parts from the Forest of Hope. With only 3 of them left so far, it makes me wonder how fast I can get through with this playthrough, though. But now this time, we're about to explore a whole new area altogether, and one that will be enough to at least test more on my strategic mind to hopefully get all the most parts collected in a single day or two. But that depends on how this playthrough goes. On this one, though, we're trying to explore as much as we can here. Welcome to the Forest of Naval. Now, as such for this one, though, this place makes it unique because this is the first time you'll be dealing with a ton of water-based hazards in here. But as such, though, I want to try to get these guys unlocked first, because they're on a big run, though, to help me out at the end. This is the place where you can discover the water Pikmin the first time in the game, though. So as such, because of this, you want to try to get as much done as possible here with these guys. But at least one, they have the same type controls, like the red Pikmin. It is a Pikmin of another color, but on this cheeks is what appears to be a set of gills. The trait suggests to me that this type can enter water whatsoever. Only one way to find out. Yep, that's right. These Pikmin are considered to be the best when it comes to retrieving water-based stuff, though. And by that, also dealing with at least stuff that are parts that are in the water, too. Now, as such for this one, I'm trying to get as much done as possible here to, help them out. For now, this day is all focused on just getting these guys up fast on their numbers. I do need more than at least 100 of them to help have some spare reserve, should they, suddenly have to deal with certain enemies altogether. And the reason why I'm trying to wait out for one of these guys is because one enemy holds a ship part, or 2 of them at most. Now, you notice this one little star that keeps moving around? Well, that's the guy I mentioned, though. This breadbug tries to grab stuff and bring it back to its nest for its haul, though, so to speak. Now I have to try to wait until the guy appears for me to get the part from him safely. That, and also to get an extra ton of stuff to get for him at the same time. Like there. This is the one. Now, so I'm trying to wait until he gets close by, and then I bait him out altogether. Since as long as you need enough, though, to get nearby him, he would just suddenly get dragged, though, and have a ton of other stuff to pop out after him. And with that, this guy is down. Thank goodness, my space float. This float's an absolute necessity for any pilot who likes skill at swimming in space. Now, such, I'll leave these guys there, though, because I do need to have a ton more ready. Now, such, I'm trying to get at least some groupings here all together. In this case, one group handles with trying to get this wall down here, while the remainder will try to help get the blues up some numbers. Or at least some enemies to destroy. But I'm not going to get the yellow Pikmin yet until I have some enemies' routes cleared out. But I'll call those reds back later on, though, once I get them done here first. Next, I call these guys back up so that way they get their stuff sent inside. So as such, though, these enemies will be sent back to the blue onion, though, for harvesting. As such, though, we got the first part collected here, just from this new area. But I do want to get some extra more blue altogether. But because of this, though, I have to focus on getting these guys out of the way first. Oh, but then again, I could get at least a couple parts done here. Which means these 40 will be sent down there, though. For one, they're still going to be slow, but it'll be worth it for me. These guys will be sent down to go this part here. Okay, now as such, though, for these guys, they will be sent down, though, to reach the other side here. With that, we've already obtained the first part here of the Force Naval. Now, because of this, though, I do want to get at least an extra stuff done here. In this case, though, these guys will be sent down to have some... They'll need at least some flower upgrades for them, since they'll be the first generation to be added in. With 2 parts collected, I can now begin a few more stuff here. But first, time to send these guys back inside, because I require only just the water Pikmin for this one. Because one of the parts is down here on this side. Which means... Okay, Ion Engine number 1. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odoriferous exhaust, but they do propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stench is a small price to pay for this performance. In short, though, it's a bit faulty at first for him, though, due to more of its unstable use. But on the bright side, he does have an extra way to propel himself up high. Now such, though, because of this, I can only get up to 3 parts for today. But I'll work on the other 3 eventually once I get some more up here. Which means... for day 5, I can work on having the water Pikmin to be done for their challenge. With 3 parts done, I can be able to proceed onward to the next area. In short, though, for this area, because of the unique nature of this place, I do have to be careful though, because there's no telling what kind of dangers I'm facing here. Case in point, these enemies though, fiery blowhogs, aka the fire enemy types though. Right now my task is just trying to get these guys up here first. At least a bit of numbers up here. Or at least some progress done with this bridge. Once most of the bridge is done, I can begin with the next phase. Which will be heading to the next side. Right. So for this one here, my task is just getting at least most of the parts collected in one go. But I'll explain that into a future video on which parts I can go after for the remaining 6 that are still in this area. For now I'm trying to get the side half bridge opened up, so that way my blue Pikmin will help to open the other half when I get more numbers up again. Once that's done, I can end the day off and then head on for the next phase. But with this, we can end early on the day though, so it helps enough for progress to save. With this, we'd be already entered our first day here into the Forest Naval. But on the next video, I'm be heading back for the Forest of Hope to help find the final parts over there. And that's why it's best for me to save all my Pikmin up before the sunset begins. 4 days since impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered water Pikmin. These blue fellows have something gills on cheeks. They appear to be amphibious, surviving land and water. Wonders of the nature never cease to amaze me, cease to stun me, even in this amazing alien land. With that done though, I'll be seeing you on to the next part though. Back to the Forest of Hope.